What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. breakdown. We had another amazing episode this week, and the story is moving so fast, I absolutely love it. We also had some stunning Easter eggs, and there will be spoilers for the episode, and possibly the next episode, as we will be breaking down the trailer for that episode as well, but I will give you a warning before that. So if you're new, please do drop a like down below if you enjoyed the video, and also, if you enjoyed it, please do subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a video. So the intro of the episode was amazing, as we got a full 70s style intro, and it's easily one of the best ones yet. But this season has been really bringing it with their intros, and they're themed upon the time where they're actually in. They went full Charlie's Angels / $1 Million Man here, and I adored it. So let me know, what is your favourite intro so far? Sousa is officially with the team for a bit, as the actor has actually said that he won't be with them fully throughout the season, but he's discussing the ramifications of taking someone out of time and how time travel works in loops. This reminded me of the time travel discussion in Endgame, which I still think was a bit ropey and not really that well done. I'm still on the fence with Endgame. Did I love it? Did I hate it? Did I just think it was okay? Yeah, I'm not really too sure on that one, as I've been the biggest MCU fanboy since Iron Man blew my socks off. Now, one question I have here is, what if this is Steve's timeline, where he went back to go and live with Peggy, and that sent through a ripple in time? Maybe not, but it's an interesting one nonetheless. Enoch is now missing, and your boy Freddy is dead, or at least everyone thinks he is, and that does come back to play later in the episode. In the meantime, no one has heard from Fitz just yet, as Simmons seems to be really weird. Obviously they cannot know, but the question remains the same. Where is he? Or probably the better question is, when is he? If Simmons has no idea where he is, then he could well be in the future, especially if they have knowledge of what has happened so far, so they can fix time if it actually breaks. Just like the Chromicons, they probably know everything that happens in the future as much as the Chromicons know everything that happens in the past. Although all is not well, as it seems, as the Speakeasy is, well, now a dive bar, and we see Rick Stoner appear once more. This is the man who filmed the orientation video for The Lighthouse, and he is also in the comics as a sort of protege friend of Nick Fury, sort of. We didn't get much Patrick Warburton, which is a total shame, and we still don't really, or didn't get to learn more about the video he filmed and what the catastrophic event was. Unless I missed something, please let me know. But next week, we are sort of... Actually, I'll save that for the end of the video. Big Boy Freddy returns as they introduce Project Insight 40 years early, and it is based on satellite lasers instead of the helicarriers. Insight was introduced into the MCU in Winter Soldier, as they intended to take out anyone who is not loyal to Hydra or could simply be an issue, like Doctor Strange. That was the big Easter egg that blew our minds there when Winter Soldier came out. And well, that's pretty cool nonetheless. I do like the idea of changing time there, and this really is a lot of fan service here. Interestingly, Coulson says that only a few at the top were Hydra, but Sitwell, Crossbones, and a few others in the lift, who I presume are just sort of henchmen, they were also Hydra. So that's really weird there, that they took out Cap, but they're not high up. It's a bit weird there, so I don't know if Coulson knows exactly what happened there over in the Hydra S.H.I.E.L.D. situation, because he wasn't sort of fully inside the place. Yeah, it's weird. It kind of raised a red flag for me. The Chronicons no doubt gave them the technology as it is being built at the lighthouse, changing the purpose of the lighthouse somewhat there, because if you recall, it was sort of a bunker, so to speak. Also, the plans probably changed as there are big names announced, like Bruce Banner and Nick Fury, and there's a few other people who were mentioned who were actually in earlier seasons of S.H.I.E.L.D. So they are no doubt taking out the Avengers early, which would ironically lead to Thanos winning in Infinity War. He would probably have got the stones quite earlier. Now, not only is Freddy still alive, but Gideon Malik was trying to hit it off with Daisy, which is really funny considering how she took him out, and the gentleman Sousa comes to save the day. Just like Cap, they actually made them different in the 30s, didn't they? I also ship this hard. Nathaniel Malik is also still alive. We see him drinking milk like a big wet wipe he is, which is a big one because, well, he was actually sacrificed to the monolith in the backstory that we saw with Gideon Malik. But I guess that didn't happen in this timeline, as the Chronicons must have told Freddy what happens, and well, that is that. He was just went, you know what, this whole Hive thing, that's not really worth it. Let's move on to Project Insight here. Now, luckily, Enoch actually comes to save the day using a Terminator reference. Decade early there, bro. But it is good to see him once more, and they do get back to the Zephyr. Now, Simmons is forgetting a lot. She is forgetting where things go, and the time jump happens, and she didn't know it was going to happen. So she should know everything, as we found out from this conversation with Enoch. And there is a red thing on her back. Now, she can't really be an LMD or a Chronicon, as they were both defeated by the EMP a few weeks ago. But what is happening here? Personally, I do not have any theories on what this could actually be, because it's absolutely bizarre. So she could be a machine. Now, one idea I have seen over on Reddit is the idea that she could simply have this chip, and it is allowing her to actually have more brain power, so to speak. But I will expand on more of a theory as it is based on the trailer for next week at the end of this video. Now, once again, they have time jumped to arrive in 1976, 200 years after the formation of the United States, and Stoner and Freddy are poised to launch Project Insight. May and Coulson infiltrate as they're wearing costumes which are a throwback, as they say, to the comic book versions. They're a bit lighter and a bit looser. I guess they look a bit more actually how they would be in real life. And May tries to use her newfound empath skills on Stoner, but their infiltration fails miserably, and their plan is to flood the base, only to see Mac's family actually captured, and Coulson is hoping for May to love him once more, and she feels nothing, and Yo-Yo can't use her powers. So it's interesting there that the idea that Mac's family was captured, instantly they don't flood the base. Yeah, this would have been a whole actual episode kind of story if it was someone else. Now, Sousa is also shown how a phone works, and I'm getting serious Black Widow and Cap vibes, a ship I always wanted to happen, and hopefully does actually happen here. But Deke finally shoots Freddy, as he is sort of disavowed by the Chronicons for being, you know, too human. I know, what a guy. But it doesn't matter, as he isn't supposed to be in that time frame anyway. So it's fine, it's chill that he's shot, and he is Hydra at the end of the day. However, his two sons are running around causing all sorts of mischief as the missile is shot out of the air in a fantastically brilliant scene, which the budget must have been quite heavy there as well. So that's really cool. All the while, Nathaniel has been watching and wants to use powers, and there might be a power struggle within Hydra, as they both now exist. And he reaches out to Daniel Whitehall to get a power transfer. Maybe he is trying to actually get Daisy's powers. Daniel Whitehall, of course, being a huge part of the previous seasons, especially within Hydra storylines. So it's going to be curious to see where they go next. But we will break down the trailer for next week. So here are your spoilers. Now, next week in the trailer, like I said, spoilers to come, shows the Lighthouse agents being replaced by Chronicons and their brains being uploaded to a Chronicon body. And Coulson probably dies again, as he says that, well, it is actually his speciality. So we see these brains being uploaded. So what if Simmons isn't an LMD? She's actually a Chronicon. I would presume they're much more powerful than the actual LMDs. And what if there is something built in, maybe a Faraday cage, I don't know, something to actually stop the EMP from affecting her. And we also have Hunters awoken, and there is a new phase coming according to the predictor. So that's really, really cool. I'm excited to see where this goes next. The episode was a lot of fun, and it really, really was all action pretty much, especially after the last week's one. But I did like this episode. The season is great. It's a lot better than the last season. So let me know what you think in the comments, and like it if you did enjoy it, and subscribe with notifications on if you enjoyed it as well. And I'll see you soon, and goodbye.